everyone. Hey Scorpio, welcome to my channel, welcome to my space. Thank you so much for being here. This is just going to be a message for the month of October. This message is not going to dig too deep into what you can expect, things like that. This is just for anything good or bad, anything that you may be thinking about, any advice that the universe has for you, your spirit guides, ancestors, whatever spirits, as far as my ancestors and my guides speak through me about. For those of you who are familiar with my channel and those of you who connect with me, these messages may resonate more with you. But for those of you who are new, maybe the universe has you here for a reason, to hear a specific message. But regardless, these are messages of advice and guidance for you guys, Scorpio, sun and rising signs. Those are the placements that I am reading for. So again, whatever situation, circumstance, relationships, romantic, friendship, family, business partnerships, whether it is your finances and your own career, relationships with your children, relationships with yourself, when it comes, or maybe if it's your health or just your spirituality, whatever you're going through mentally or emotionally, whatever, right? I'm giving you advice for the month of October, no matter what your circumstances are, things that you need to look out for, things that you need to embrace, things that you need to let go of. Does that make sense? So we're gonna go ahead and jump into your reading, okay? So Scorpio, sun and rising signs. We're gonna pull 2 oracle messages for you guys. And then we're also going to pull from the tarot. I'm gonna pull 4 cards from the tarot later. These messages, I don't plan on being too long. I just want to make sure that I give you guys advice, spiritual advice at least, and kind of cut to the chase with that in these particular readings. There's a lot going on. We are experiencing 2 eclipses, 1 solar eclipse, 1 lunar eclipse. There are still a couple planets in retrograde, Scorpio, sun and rising signs. So just kind of a lot going on. I have been feeling the effects of the eclipses this month, been very, very tired. But my spirit guides are still guiding me to give you guys just a little bit of advice and encouragement as well. So for those of you who may be feeling tired, just be sure that you're taking breaks between projects. Make sure you're getting enough rest. We are in the fall season as well, so this is the beginning of the earth kind of going into her quiet space, going into her dark space a little bit, okay? So make sure that you are connecting with that as well and getting as much rest as you can at this time, Scorpio, sun and rising signs. Also, happy birthday, Scorpio, sun and rising signs. For those of you who are born in the month of October. Messages of advice and guidance for the sign of Scorpio, sun and rising sign, spirit guides. For the month of October 2023. What's interesting, Scorpio, is that you got the death card that just fell out. This is a time of death. Your energy is very, very potent at this time, so please bear that in mind. Pluto is affecting all of us at this time in the month of October. I feel like that's that is around the time where the veil is very thin. Once again, for those of you who are connecting with your ancestors, connecting with the passed on loved one, I do feel that as well. In the month of October, there may be some passed on loved ones or ancestors, or maybe someone very specific who has passed on who is trying to reach out to you in the month of October. And there may be some interesting synchronicities. Others of you, if there is somebody who's passed away, either recently or a long time ago, you need to go visit their grave and give them flowers. I don't know where that's coming from, but there's someone in your life who passed away who's needing your attention a little bit. I'm not saying that you need to do seances and connect with them in that way necessarily, and trying to reach out to them into the other aspect of the universe, or, you know, beyond the veil. It's more just little things like giving them offerings, or just giving them flowers on their grave, or putting things up in your home that they would have liked if they were with you here on this planet. In a way they still are, but they're just in a different dimension. But there are just those of you, you know, I don't know where I'm getting this from, Scorpio, but specifically, maybe there's something, maybe a piece of jewelry or a charm or a piece of clothing that this particular person liked to wear, or maybe they like to see you wear. Maybe you haven't worn it in a very long time for some of you. This would be a good time to wear that piece of jewelry or that charm or that keychain or those shoes or a specific type of outfit that this person liked to see you wear. Or maybe there's a specific piece of clothing that this person left behind for you. Could be a family member, a parent, a grandparent, that maybe you can wear for a ritual, or just at a certain time this month of October. We also have passion. So for those of you who are feeling a lot of a lot of passion, whether it's anger, happiness, or love, this is kind of the time where you have to be sure what you're feeling. Okay, you have to really pay attention to, you know, your emotions at this time, because they can be really heightened in the month of October, Scorpio. I do get the sense as well that there are those of you who are going through some major upheaval, some major changes in your life. Whether it's good or bad, it depends on your perspective. Okay, it depends on what it is that you're focused on. It depends on what it is that you are paying attention to, or just your attitude towards it. Okay, so let's pull one more card, Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs for the month of October's guidance and advice. Let's see. So Scorpio, really embrace your energy when it comes to Pluto, when it comes to great change, because there are those of you, you're realizing in the month of October, your existence and your presence brings a lot of discomfort and change to people's lives. And there are those of you who are starting to realize, if not just in the month of October, leading up to the month of October of this year, you're realizing that there are people who feel very uncomfortable around you for no apparent reason. Like, you can be a good person, you know, you can be very helpful, very generous, blah, blah, blah. But you may get the sense that, why are people always uncomfortable around me? Why do people feel intimidated by me, or whatever, right? There may be some energies where you're always kind of running into people, whether it's people in your family, people you don't know, strangers, you know, and maybe just certain people that you were friends with where, you know, the friendship didn't last, or there was a lot of people that you couldn't trust in your past, but it was because you brought a lot of intimidation and discomfort and change and transformative energies into their lives that they didn't really understand. And so it could be that in the month of October, you're realizing that the people who are in your life, who are sticking by your side, are the very people who are not intimidated by you. They embrace your energy. Therefore, they are like pillars in your life. They hold you up. They are people that you need to really hold on to. Okay, so your relationships are also changing drastically at this time, so that you can bring in a flow. Okay, we have the card of flow. You're bringing a flow of energy into your life that you've never experienced before, or at least you haven't experienced in a very long time. Yeah, then we have anger. So please be careful of your emotions, Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs. Please, in the month of October, you want things to flow, you want things to stay cool. All right, if there's people that you don't really trust, okay, those relationships, if you're holding on to any relationships where there's some trust issues there, mostly if you don't trust that person, okay, and that person has never really shown you that you can trust them, that relationship's not really worth your time, at least not currently, okay? It may change in the future, but I just get the sense that at this time there are people who can trigger you very easily. Okay, and you may be surrounded by a lot of people, okay, in your circle or at work who are easily triggered as well. So do not allow those energies to be your energy, Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs. That's their problem. It's not because of you, that's their problem. It's nothing personal. Okay, it's not something that you have to take on as your own or as your own energy at this time in October. That's just kind of look at it like, you know, this is not my problem. This is their problem. You know, if there are people who are disrespecting or being snippy with you and you're just existing, you're just doing the best that you can, the universe is just saying, just leave people alone. You know what I mean? Stay in your own company, stay in your own energy. You may even see that people closest to you are also kind of being a little bit snippy too. They may not mean it, it's just that there's a lot of energy, cosmic energy and shifts that are happening at this time. And so people are not really, as a collective, it's like people are not really sure what to do about that. Wow, I barely started shuffling. You got the Ram of Perseverance right here that just fell out, Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs. And it says you have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up and good luck will follow. So yeah, just like I was saying earlier, Scorpio, don't give in to anger and passionate emotions right now. I don't see that they are going to be guiding you down the right path, or, you know, it's just going to make things a little bit more. So if you find yourself in a relationship that you're maybe a new relationship or a new friendship or a new job and you're just feeling very passionate about it, you're very happy, it's very positive, just be very careful. Because things, you know, may seem a little bit foggy, or, you know, things are not what they seem. And then eventually after all of these, you know, eclipses and all of these energies kind of mellow out a little bit and balance out, you'll start to see, okay, you're kind of back to reality kind of a thing. But others of you, it could also be energies, like, again, being passionate with the negative emotions, I guess, with, like, you know, anger specifically. You kind of have to strengthen your mind at this time for some of you. Okay, just like with these rams with their, you know, horns protecting their cranium. Okay, there may be some people who just want to butt heads with you for no apparent, for you in your mind, you're like, it's just for no apparent reason, but it's because your energy is pretty intense for people and they just don't understand it. But the people who are kind of just like you, your tribe, okay, the people who have a strong mind and a strong mentality, those are the people that are going to stick by your side. So please make sure that you are building a tough exterior, so to speak, at least mentally and emotionally, mostly mentally. Because it's all about your perspective and how you see things. So again, if there are people who are being negative around you, just don't take it personal. Just kind of move on from it. It's just like, whatever, you know, it's okay to feel upset about it for a minute, but just kind of move on from it, because it's just not going to serve you to carry their energy, because it's not, you're not the problem. It's that person's problem. Okay. So taking things personal this month, not a good idea. Then we have the elephant at the bottom of the deck of greatness. It says, love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So once again, this is not about swimming against, you know, against the current. This is not about swimming upstream, Scorpio. This is about just going with the flow. And I think that's where death comes in, because it's about sacrificing your stubbornness, any arrogance, and just letting go and just practicing the art of release. All right. So if there's a situation where you kind of want to, you know, really give somebody a piece of your mind, or you're kind of pushing against them because they're pushing against you, just kind of let go of that and just be like, not my problem. You know what I mean? I'm walking away from this because I'm not about to stress out about this. And if this is something where you're worried about a job, you're worried about anything in your life that you feel is important, and there are some people who are kind of poking you in a way, or making you feel like the things that mean a lot to you are going to be taken away from you, don't worry about that. Okay, stand in your power. Don't fly off the handle. Stay level-headed. Okay, that's gonna be your ticket to success there in the month of October. Okay, so we're gonna pull from the tarot. I'm just kind of curious what other. I feel like that's the card that wanted to fly out of this deck. Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs for your advice. Oh, yeah, and then we have the Cat of Independence. Yeah, so you really, you know, that could be another thing. The universe wants you to watch out for people who are intimidated by your independence. You don't need validation, Scorpio. And if you have people in your life who do confirm that you're amazing and that they love you and that you're cared for, great. But you may have some people surrounding you in October, or you may have always had people surrounding you in your life where the universe is like, you know, showing you, or your higher self is showing you that people are intimidated by the fact that you can pick yourself up. You don't really need validation. You know that you're the bomb, right? You know that you're amazing. At least that's what the universe wants you to grasp at this time, starting now. And just make sure that you understand that your intuition is always right. Learn how to follow your gut, because if there is someone in your midst or a group of people in your midst that you're just like, your intuition is like, I don't know. But there's a part of you, maybe mentally or emotionally, that's telling you like, no, they're not that bad. Please follow your intuition, because that's always going to be the first thing that usually tells you something's not right. Okay? Yeah. Just saying. Yeah, and also we have the Heron of Patience at the bottom of the deck. Patience, patience, patience in the month of October. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot, Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs. I'm going to pull 4 tarot cards and clarify them. Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs for the month of October 2023. What is their advice, spirit guides, and guidance and encouragement? Let's see. I keep seeing the Death card for you guys. So yes, there is someone from the other side, specifically a passed on loved one, a friend or a family member who is trying to contact you, or they are trying to contact you, or they're giving you hints that they want you to contact them. Okay? And again, it doesn't mean that it has to be you actually trying to contact them from, you know, this side to the other side. Just doing something little, like putting some flowers on their grave, you know, just kind of pulling out that the picture book or something like that, or the photo album, you know, or maybe putting up some pictures of them, having a little altar for them, or a shrine, whatever your culture, your religion, your spiritual walk guide you to do for this particular loved one that passed away. Definitely do that. This is the appropriate time during this month, okay? All right, let's see. But others of you, this is huge transformation. Huge transformation and change for you mentally. And it's awesome to see. Let's see, Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs for your advice for October 2023. There may be also a flow. Some of you guys, as advice, came out of nowhere. Some of you Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs, you have a portal in your home or in your city, and there is actually a flow or traffic, spirit traffic or ghost traffic that goes through that portal. So just make sure you're aware of that. And I also get the sense that you may already see these spirits on a regular basis, okay, in your city or where you live or in your home. So you may have to do some protection work, protection rituals in that area of your home. Okay, I don't know where that's coming from. That's very specific. Okay, yeah. All right. There's someone. Okay, so with the 7 of Swords here, the universe is just kind of saying, look out for some people or a person. Could be an Aquarius specifically. It doesn't have to be. This could, I don't know where, this is very specific, but the universe is also saying look out for someone, or there's an individual in your midst, or someone who may come out of the woodwork from your past, Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs, who may dress really nicely. The color red is very important, so maybe this person is quick to anger, or they're very passionate about what they think, you know, about their perspective. They may seem stronger than what they actually are. They're kind of, they pretend a lot. This person feels smaller than what they actually let on. And this person may be trying to tiptoe around you, kind of. Maybe they're not trying to bamboozle you or pull the wool over your eyes necessarily, but they kind of do this with everyone. They pretend. And there may be those of you who may feel like this person has it put together, but they don't. Excuse me, they don't. Yeah. There's somebody who's definitely quick to anger here. Others of you, the universe is also saying, don't tiptoe around your thoughts. Do not lie about what you think. Don't hold back. You need to actually, but don't cause an argument. But if there's something that's on your chest that you need to be honest about it with someone. Okay, but others of you, there is someone who is not who they seem. But this is also advice that the universe is saying, don't be that person who's not what they seem. Be exactly, be true to and honest about what you think, and, have clear communication. Don't beat around the bush about things at this time. We have the Two of Wands. There's Aries. The world is your oyster. So if there are those of you who have some plans for the future, definitely make sure that you are writing those plans out. Make sure that you're confident about those plans. Okay, again, don't beat around the bush about them. If there's something that you want to do or something that you have set, that you have as a vision for yourself in your future or in the near future, don't hold back on that. Okay, make plans. We have the Four of Wands. So yeah, make sure that your mind, whenever I see swords, I see, make sure your mind is at peace. Okay, if your thoughts are swirling around in your head and everything feels foggy and uncertain, it's probably because of these eclipses. But you can get this under control. Your mind and your thoughts, you can get that under control, Scorpio. But it's really going to take you really calming your mind. So meditation, taking naps, getting enough rest, okay, taking breaks, like I said. There may be a need for you to take a break from a relationship that's less than honest here. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So there are a lot of opportunities and offerings. There's somebody who's offering you a raise, or the universe is just saying, open yourself to these opportunities, that present themselves to you at this time. But if this is a job offer or something about a job or money situation, just make sure you're upfront and honest about like what you expect to be paid. Be very upfront and honest about the work that you're not willing to do for whatever reason. So if there are people who want you to do work, but they're not willing to compensate you for that work, you need to be very upfront and honest about that and just be like, no, I'm not going to do that if you're not going to pay me for it. Okay, and if that person doesn't see you as a good candidate or whatever, then that means that's just not the job for you, or that's not the position for you, and you need to move on. Yeah, because we have the Ten of Pentacles. So there's a legacy or some type of there's an energy as you move on in your career with a new job, as you move forward in your life, as you get older, Scorpio. Make sure that you're really standing true in who you are. Ground yourself at this time, okay? Because it's really going to make a difference in the future for you and for your future family or your family currently, okay, towards the future. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards for you, Scorpio, and then we'll be done with your reading. Clarify these cards for Scorpio, Sun and Rising Sign. Spirit guides for October 2023. Queen of Cups, there you are. I read this as Scorpio energy, okay. Yeah, there's someone who's tiptoeing around you. Or maybe this is you tiptoeing around. I also see the Seven of Swords as advice for some of you. Don't show your hand to people. This is not the time to be an open book. This is not the time to, wear your heart on your sleeve. This is not the time to, just be telling people too much about what you're planning on doing, okay? I don't get the sense that you need to be telling people how you feel, because there's someone here who can use that against you, okay? Be honest about what you want when it comes to finances. Be honest about what you're not going to tolerate, things like that. But this is not the time to just be an open book and just be like, just trusting people with your heart or with your thoughts necessarily. When it comes down to you laying down the law, that's different. Definitely lay down the law when it comes to a certain situation. Yeah, we have the Page of Cups. So this is about your, like, emotionally and spiritually, you guys. You have some thoughts, you have some ideas, you have a feeling about something that you want to move forward with. Please follow your intuition on that. More emotions, the Moon card, okay, Cancer and Pisces energy. So yes, this eclipse, this lunar eclipse that's coming up, we just had a solar eclipse. These eclipses are really doing a number on you. So you really need to take naps and relax, Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs, in the month of October. And there is somebody here, it seems, because you have a lot of swords. There is a situation with money or some type of an opportunity where someone is trying to pull the rug from under you. They're kind of trying to trip you up. There's people who are just trying to argue with you. They want your position, or, they're upset that you're so positive or just so capable of, you know, moving up in this position and how confident you are in what you do, that they're trying to kind of swindle you out of a job or out of a raise or something like that. Somebody's trying to get you into trouble and kind of start things with you at this time. The universe is like, keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. This person is small. They're not worth your time. Okay, so do not allow this person or this energy to cause you to fly off the handle or get emotional, because that's how they're going to trip you up. Okay, they could be a Gemini. They could be somebody who is just, you know, they're against you. They're not here to help you. Okay, so they're not focused on the right thing. They need to be minding their own business. They're just making a beeline for you. And this is not your time to be the Knight of Swords. This is a time for you to just you should be the Knight of Swords going after what you want, not going after people. Okay, so if there's someone who's not minding their business and going after what they want as far as what they want for their lives, and they're going after you, don't mirror that energy. Scorpio, sun and rising sign. Does that make sense? All right, so that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Happy birthday again. That is your advice for the month of October 2023. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.